Hey folks, this is Chris Crazy House, and since it's going to be my birthday this week, I'm going to try and do as many positive stories as possible. So, just to try to keep myself in a positive mood and make it through the week since it is my birthday and I'm getting a little bit older. So, like I said, just trying to keep the positive vibes going. And I wanted to start out by just talking about an article I read about a young artist named, I'm gonna try to pronounce his name the best I can. Sorry, brother, if I mispronounce your name, but it's a brother from Nigeria, and his name is Roye Okupe, and he is the founder and creator of Youneek Studios, which is a comic book studio, and they create their own comic books and their own creative content, and of course, it features mostly black superheroes. And I just wanted to give a shout out to him. Now, I followed him for a while, and I remember when he did I can't remember if it was a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo campaign just to fund one of their comic books way back. I believe it was over a year ago. But, he did the work and he put a lot of diligence into creating his studio, and now it's starting to pay off a little bit more because now he's starting to get that mainstream attention. And I just wanted to say a big shout out to him, and I do appreciate what he's done, and I have to get some of these books. Now, they did an animated trailer for one of their characters. I believe the character's name is EXO, which is an acronym for Endogenic Exoskeleton Ordinance. And it is an African superhero. Very cool animated trailer that they put together. I have to say, I really enjoyed it because I remember when it first came out. And I know he's been doing a lot of comic book conventions over the last year or so, just promoting the book. And I'm going to post the article because the article's in the Washington Post, and he just talks about his career and where he came from and how he started out and how he came over to the United States, went to George Washington University. I think he even went to one of the art institutes for a little while in Washington, and he got a job as a web developer. And he had a good job and was making good money. But as we all know, sometimes when you have a quote-unquote good job, that doesn't always satisfy you creatively. So he decided to just cash out his 401k and start his own company. And he said, of course, it wasn't easy at first. It was very nerve-wracking, trying to figure out a way to get this company off the ground when you were already making good money somewhere else. And I know that prospect can always be scary when you're just out there and you've kind of quit your rational job, quote unquote, to pursue your dream. But the evidence is there as when you hang in there and you keep pushing. And he had tried to pitch his idea to get an animated series at first to different studios, and of course he met a lot of rejection and a lot of people telling him to this is a good idea and it's a great idea, but would you mind changing the race of the character? So essentially trying to change his character to be white. And, he stuck to his guns, a smart man, decided to create his own studio and make his own content and copyright it and trademark it. And he's out there now promoting his work. And I've seen him do a lot of YouTube blogs. I believe I'm going to see if I can find the channel. I know I'm subbed to him, so I'm going to try to put up the channel as well so you guys can sub to his channel and check out his work and the work of the other artists on there. And I'll post a link to the actual comic book. Hopefully they have it on sale on their website so you guys can go pick it up. And I would suggest you do so because for me, it's very inspirational to see other artists come out here and create their own creative content. And it only drives me to want to do my own thing as well and support them as best that I can. So big shout out to Mr. Okupe. I really appreciate your work. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name, sir. I really do apologize for that. But I really enjoy his work. I followed him on YouTube for a long time, and it's nice to see that he's starting to get that attention out there, not just from the underground, but some of the mainstream people are starting to look at his work as well, and he's starting to get write-ups and interviews and doing more public appearances. I really like to see that when people push hard and work hard, put their nose to the grind, and then they get it out there, and now their ideas are starting to be appreciated. And it's funny because they always say, people always see these quote unquote successes, and they think it's an overnight success, or the person just came out of nowhere, but they don't see all those years of work and taking that risk of leaving your job and putting some putting your time and energy and all your money into your dreams. They don't see that part. They don't see that hard working part and you staying up all night trying to get ideas done. Or if you're a person who hasn't left your job, where you're still working your job just to make money, but you come straight home, jump into your office or on your computer, and you're working all night and almost to the morning or early in the morning working on your stuff, or taking your break time and working on your stuff just to get it done. A lot of people don't understand that drive. A lot of people do not understand having those types of dreams or putting that type of work in to accomplish something. We always see people out there as successful and they're doing so well, and we think they just popped out of nowhere or out the ground, but we don't see that hard work that goes in. So just wanted to say to the brother, I appreciate you and I appreciate your work, and I want you guys to go check out his work. Check out the animated trailer, as well as I'm going to post a link to see if I can post a link to buying his comic book as well. So shout out to Youneek Studios and shout out to the brother that created it. Anyway, Chris Crazy House signing out. Peace.